Today on the Chaparral Motorsports Tech Tip of the Week, we are going to show you how to install a RZR skid plate. In your skid plate package, you will find back plate, center plate, front plate, passenger plate, and driver plate, thick washers, thin washers, Allen spacers, and 3/8 mounting bolts. Tools you will need: impact, ratchet, 3/8 socket, and a 4mm Allen wrench. The first step to installing your RZR skid plate is by removing the stock plastic belly pin. To do this, remove all of the existing 3/8 mounting bolts by either using an impact and 3/8 socket or a ratchet with a 3/8 socket. Next, take the back plate and install the plate spacer on the top side of the plate. Using a 4mm Allen wrench, tighten up all the Allen head bolts and spacer. Now take the back plate and line up the mounting points with the threaded holes in the chassis. Taking 3 thin washers and 3 of the 3/8 mounting bolts, hand thread each bolt into place, only adding bolts to the rear of the points, making sure not to torque them. Then, taking the center plate, grab 3 thick washers and 3 3/8 mounting bolts and hand thread each of the 3 rear bolts, overlapping the center plate over the back plate. Leave these bolts loose as well. Next, mount both the driver and passenger plate using thin washers and the 3/8 bolts. These plates, when mounted, should be overlapped by the center and back plate. Also leave bolts loose. For the final plate, the front plate, overlap the plate with the center plate, lining up the mounting points. Use the thick washers and 3/8 bolts for the overlapping areas. For the front 3 points, use the thin washers and the 3/8 mounting bolts. Now that all of the plates are mounted and the bolts are hand threaded in, line up all the plates so that they are together and straight on the chassis. If everything looks in place, take either your impact or ratchet with a 3/8 socket and tighten down all of the mounting bolts. Now you're ready to hit the trail.
For more tech tips, check out our Chaparral Motorsports YouTube channel.